spins it right off the table. And Linda with the service. Oh. Kind of deceptive play by Linda. Straight down the line, and she just has to secure 2 more points to be able to take on this game. And Harvin with a service. Tries that flick on her backhander, and she flicks it right into the net. It is amazing how these players are quite agile on their feet, and the responsiveness on the ball is quite ferocious and impeccable. Tries to attack straight away. The ball hits the net and goes straight off the table. And we've just gone into a very short break. That is the 1 minute water break that is happening. It usually happens every after set for those that are getting to learn the sport. And the Algerian coach seems to have been telling her, man, don't worry about her. We think you'll make it. And a team player as well from Rwanda is being the coach for today. And Linda ready to take on the second set. A lucky shot as she trips right onto the net. The top spin all the way from the hip straight into the air by having the footwork here being shown by Linda is exceptional. Tried it the first time, and the second set didn't work out. However, today the spin in it was very good. And Linda with a service. Tries that round the neck like you've just witnessed. Very serious second set. We've seen having playing off very extremely well in the previous sessions, like she did in the East Africa Regional Championships recently that were held in the capital, and she seemed to be doing quite well. Very exceptional by Linda. However, a very crucial and important game. Whoever takes on qualifies to the next stage. The Algerian with the service. Checks out forehand and both her back and forehand are being checked right now by the Algerian Linda. Had a lot of spin in it. Time it touched the racket, it failed to come back onto the table. The Algerian trying out a deceptive service. Very nice. Usually it's quite hard to predict exactly who the winner of these games can be, especially in the very first sets of. And Linda, however, is having a big smile on her face. Everything seems to be doing just fine. The coach is seemingly proud of her doing out quite well. These are the group stages, and whoever wins tops the group. These are the first matches as well. Just one more set for Linda if she takes on the next set. And having the second service secures the first evening of the day, making it 1-1. She knows that anytime this is a very crucial game, she has to secure a good position in the rankings. Africa is trying to get their very best to be able to send them off onto the Olympics, and that is the game that you're watching, the very first games of this Olympics qualifiers. Tries that top spin. We've been seeing her making those top spins, and they have been quite accurate. Misses to see the ball, and she serves. It's like she knew exactly where the ball was coming, and she was ready to take it on. The ball just hits the top of her racket, sending it off into the air. Second service by Linda. Having the fighting spirit in this set. Very capable of making a comeback. She's one of the host players from here in Rwanda. Tries to put it down into the corner. check having and having is a bit more surprised at the ball since it's straight into the air. Very nice play by having. Very crucial play for a player, especially a host player, supposed to stand firm for you, can't connect the necessary wins. But Having is trying to do chop the ball into the net. She gets ready to serve. Tomokonde with the service. We're seeing more of these backhands from the Algerian, and they seem to be not disappointing her at all. That's emotions being shown as the games are going on. All she got, getting all the weapons she has in her armory to be able to get the first set in the it's 2 points ahead. Any more 2 points and she'll be able to take on the first win of today. And she gets one of the two, just one more, and she will have the win. It is a best of 5 group stages, and just like that, the game is done. The Algerian seals the first win in the group stages of the Olympic qualifiers. She's been playing, having Tumukunde, a host player from here in Rwanda. The winner, we have Algerian called Linda. She proceeds to the next games to see who is going to top the group stages to be able to go into the round of 16. Umpires crown up and crown everything off to go into the next games. A lot of action is being displayed today. Don't miss out. A lot more of action is coming, even for the singles, for the men's. Remember, we are playing the Olympics qualifiers. We shall have the people who will reach finals will obviously take on all the way to the Olympics, and after that, the last 6 people who have not qualified but have reached the quarterfinals will have a round robin to be able to determine who will be able to go on to the next stage. And out of those 6, they'll pick exactly one player to go on to the Olympics. A team of 3 will be taken. Welcome back into the live we are having here on table number 2 at the BK Arena in the heart of Kigali. The group stages between the different players. We have the female events and they are happening right here on table 2. Kino Rukaya and Hussein Rahma in green. For those that have just tuned into the live, in red the other side is the Mauritius player Kino Rukaya. This side in green, a player from Djibouti, Hussein Rahma, trains all the way from France. And Kino takes on the first 3 sets, very ready on her feet, the wrist on her backhand as well. Touches the net and gives her a bit of a surprise. Kino Rukaya. Very nice play by Rahma. Down the line, quite on her feet as well. Rahma uses a strategy of placing the balls all on the backhand. Maybe she thinks that is her weak point, getting in all the way the first comeback, a short one rather. 3-3. A lot of action as we were anticipating Kino to be representing her country in the East Africa Regionals, but fortunately she didn't come for the East Africa Regional Championship. She had other 2 players on her team, Ivana Deskan and Mina Andre, who represented her country. However, she has come to take on Olympics qualifiers all the way from Bubasin. She gets that edge ball. Lucky shot. Secure 2 points lead. Tries to sidestep and give it a top spin. Ball touches the edge of the racket and goes straight into the airs. Kino with the service. And she's got 2 points from services. Good play by Kino. Rahma on the other side anticipates her to be able to make a short comeback, for she has a 4-point difference between her and Kino from Mauritius. Tries that short attack on the forehand. Looks more like a training drill as she's sending all those balls onto Kino's backhand. And Kino is saying, bring them straight away. I have no problem with whatever you're sending. Lucky shot as it touches the edge. Another point from the service. Good play by the Mauritius player in red. And she seals that first set quite effortlessly. All the balls, she hasn't been moved really that much. And on her touchline, there is no coach. And that is fine for them. Even in the East Africa Regional Championships, Team Mauritius didn't come with their coach, but they showed exceptional talent. Her team player as well from Mauritius, Ivana Deskan, was able to go all the way to the semi-finals, and she was defeated in the semi-finals, but she was able to beat the Ugandan player Shanita Namala on the 3rd place, and she was the 3rd place player. And now Kino is taking on the mantle to represent her country, Mauritius, onto all the next games. Will she be able to win all the way to the finals? Because the people that are reaching the finals will go all the way to Paris for the Olympics. And the second set begins with Keno with the service. Another point gained by Keno with her services. Rahman needs to use another strategy for these services. That's the first point of the second set. She secures that very fast top spin service down the line, and she's able to take on the very first point. What a brilliant play by Rahma. Checks out her backhand as well. Seems to be quite more comfortable with her backhands. We've not yet seen them give those ferocious forehands yet. Very cautious play by the player from France, that is Rahma. However, she sends the ball all the way over the table. Rahma with the service. Nice and easy. Nice placement by Keno. Backhand right into the net, and 4-point difference between the players. Keno is seemingly doing well, having all the points coming to her quite handy. She already sealed the very first set, and Keno with the service. Keno with the service again. Rahma with a comeback, a very nice and good play by Rahma. I would be selfish if I don't praise her of the energy and skills that she has just displayed with her ferocious forehand. Makes the comeback from 8-4 to now 9-9. Good play by the Djibouti player. Tries that side step and top spin. And tries the backhand top spin, and she spins it right into the net, securing another point hit again for the Mauritius player, all the way from Bubasin, giving her the second set. Remember, this is the group stages. We are having a best of fives game, and Kino just has to win the next game to be able to take on to the very first position in her group stage. Then further on, they will go straight into the round of 16, then to the quarterfinals. Remember, those that will reach the quarterfinals and won't make it to the semis or finals will have a round robin of best of 16, rather best of 6, a round robin of 6 players, and whoever will come out as the champion out of the 6 players, they will be able to qualify as well. The people who will reach the finals will automatically seal their tickets to the Paris Olympics 2024. For those that have just joined into the live, in green this side, the Djibouti player training all the way from France, representing her country, Rahma Hussein. On the other side, we have Kino, all the way from Mauritius, bringing the entertainment in table tennis here in Rwanda, Kigali. Seals the first point of the last set. It would be the last set if Kino seals it with another victory of a set. We're seeing Rahma playing quite very carefully here on the way that she places the ball back onto the table. The flicks are being a little bit more accurate than we have been seeing them in the earlier run sets, and she's been able to take on the very first 3 sets. Rahma with the service. Tries to sidestep and direct it onto Keno's backhand. Remember, these are very crucial games because they're for the Olympics qualifiers for the different players that have come to participate into these games here in Rwanda, in Kigali. Tries to flick it again, and just like that, a comeback by Kino, all the way from 3-0 to now having a 1-point lead of 4-3. Flicks it onto the top of the net, and it bounces straight off the table. short water break session between the two players, taking themselves on. At this point, whether you're friends or not, it doesn't matter. Whoever reaches this stage has to be able to make a very good play on the table, and that is what both these players are displaying onto the table. And yes, we're still on just the third set, and the 2 point difference between the players, as Kino is having the 2 points ahead. Top spin, very fast service onto her backhand, and very nice idea, kind of creativity that is being displayed by both these players is quite exceptional, to be able to take on each and every point, see the movement of the player, place them where they want, try out a new skill, not just a single service every time. They are coming in quite handy in the craftiness, in the idea selection of the ball. Kino with the service. See the way Rahma sends it with some side spin. All the creativeness is very exceptional, and it is quite needed to be able to make it all the way to the top of the Olympics qualifiers, to be able to go on to Paris for the Olympics. Tries to place it onto her forehand. Very fast ball and fast play by both players. A lot of brilliance being illustrated here by Kino. And Rahma yet to make another service to be able to make a small comeback. Actually, she needs to make a greater comeback to be able to secure the very first set, because the 2 sets are by the Mauritius player Kino. And Kino is looking for just 1 point to seal the first win in the group stages of the Olympics qualifiers. The second service with some side spin, and Rahma sends herself off with a loss, the first loss of the game, and Kino, I think, will be able to top the group, because these are the very first games of the qualifiers, and the first game, and so we have been witnessing a match between players from these 2 different countries, Algeria and Djibouti, Rahma from Djibouti and Kino from Mauritius, and these players have shown extreme good talent from both players. With Rahma trains all the way from France, and she's been able to give Kino the very first win of the game. A very good play by both players, and now we shall be waiting to go on to the next games right here on table number 2 at BK Arena Kigali. Thank you for tuning in again to this great sport, the table tennis here in Rwanda, Kigali. Very privileged to be with you. A brief introduction. My name is Isaac Okelo, commentators from Uganda, together with Steve Karamaji on table number 1 in the other life. We are proud to be the commentators here at the Olympics qualifiers. And right now we have the two games between these two players. In black this side we have a host player from the hosting country Rwanda, Mashengesho, and from the other side we have the Algerian Esid Wassim, and Esid Wassim reached all the way to the semi-finals in the Africa Cup. Very brilliant service by Mashengesho Patrick, one of the best players from Rwanda, representing his country. Tries a very fast backhand onto Esid Wassim's play. Esid is one of the youngest and best players in Africa right now in the men's singles. He reached all the way to the semi-finals and was taken out by Africa's giant, that is Quadri Aruna. It was a very tough game. Good play by the player from Tunisia. Very good service as well by the Tunisian Wassim. Tries that backhand flip and it flips ball quite well. Mashengesho plays it into his net. A little bit of good skill together with luck touches the edge of the table. Mashengesho tries to check on his far backhand. Sidestep and forehand placement by the player Wassim, and he seems to be having a very good game, easily securing. Nice play by the Tunisian player to seal the very first set. These are the group stages, and whoever takes on the first win, because this is the first game in this group, will be able to top the group, because it's the very first game. And Wassim has just secured the very first set. These are the best of 5 happening here in Rwanda. Men's singles qualifiers for the Olympics that will be happening in Paris this year. We are taking 3 slots for the men, 3 slots for the ladies. Whoever reaches the finals will automatically secure themselves a spot, and the other people that reached quarterfinals, however didn't reach the finals, will have a round robin, and out of those 6 players they will take on their very best to be the 3rd player to go for the Olympics. And straightforward, the second set begins. Wassim with the service. Quite a very good and deceptive service by the Tunisian. Another deceptive service that Masengesho chops into the net. It's coming in quite easy for the young player from Tunisia. A little bit of a backspin there on the service onto Masengesho's backhand, and his services seem to be doing exceptionally well for the young player from Tunisia. And Masengesho tries that for a hand check on the play to see if he can play the edge balls. A little bit of technique and luck. Woo! Very nice play. Seems to be having it quite easy for the Tunisian player, one of the best young players in the men's category, actually under 18. Same with the service. Over 6 points between these players. Now they are 8 points. Just one more point to see the second set. Very predictable. The ball was choked to a right high, and he seals the second set. Remember, this is a best of 5. Whoever takes on the first 3 sets will be able to go on to the next stage of leading the group. This is Africa Olympics qualifiers. Tunisia in green is the young player called Esid Wafi, and in the black, rather dark blue shirt to the side, is the player from Rwanda, Masengesho, talking to his coach, Coach Dan, national coach of Rwanda, and also a coach of Nabisun Sagal School in Uganda, having to be a coach for over two countries. We have also witnessed him coaching some schools in Kenya. Brilliance of the coaching, very good play by both players. Let's wait and watch if they will be able to secure other things and regain back into the action, as Masengesho looks forward for making a comeback after losing 2 sets to the young player from Tunisia, Wassim. Another service by Masengesho has tried, I think he's quite confident of his backhand. Every time the ball gets onto his backhand, he simply takes it on. However, they seem to have a little bit speed. Ooh, very nice play by the Mauritian player, rather the Tunisian player. All the 6 points of the third game to this player. Seven love gives away the first point to the Rwandan player Masengesho. tries a placement onto his backhand as well. With a side step, spins it right off the table, doesn't even touch. Wasim gives another point, fails to give a service. A simple flick onto the backhand, the ball had a lot of spin anytime soon. And just like that, the Tunisian player secures the first win of the Olympics qualifiers. Wasim is going to be able to top his group with that win that he has just secured against the Rwandan player Masengesho. And they go on greeting themselves, a sign of peace. The war is on the table, but after that, we are just people. And thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification button to be able to get more of these games that are going to be happening. Today is a Thursday here in the Rwandan time, and the games are going to go all the way to Saturday to get who will be able to go to the next stages of the Olympics qualifiers happening here at the BK Arena in the heart of Rwanda, Kigali. another day, another exciting story, and right now we are going back into the game. What I think the second game we are having on this table for the female singles group stages. We are in the Olympics qualifiers, a game of a best of 5. This is Isaac Okelo from Uganda doing the commentary, and the two players that we are having right now are from two different countries. Yes. The two players this side in the lighter color with the red on the side. We have Bello Fatima from Nigeria, and she is taking on Jalim Nashengerari from Mauritius. And we're going to witness a game of Nigerian taking on the Mauritius player. Bello receiving the service. Jalim puts the ball into the net, giving away 1 point. The first point she's giving on to the Nigerian. We have seen these Nigerian players with a very vigorous forehand. Players like Edem Ofyong, the African giant as well, Quadri Aruna. It touches a little bit of the net and secures another point. Very lucky point for the Nigerian Bello. She uses the left hand. The point to be given by the Mauritius player, Jalim Nashengrari. Nandeshwari ready to receive the service. That forehand, every time I see a powerful forehand by a Nigerian player, I don't get any surprise, because that is exactly what they have been showing. I don't know if it is a trick in Nigeria to only first train to the forehand for a full year or more. Very good play by the Nigerian team. After witnessing the Nigerian player Quadri Aruna reaching all the way to the finals, tries that backhand flick. The Mauritius player flicks it above, goes straight out of the table. Nandeshwari Jalim making a short comeback. Nice placement by Jalim. The creativity displayed by these different players from Mauritius is exceptional. They were able to send different players for the East African regionals, that is Team Mauritius, and they are sending again different players for the Olympics qualifiers and Africa Cup, and Jalim and ready to serve. Tries on the forehand and she spins it right into the net. she was able to take on the very first set, and very good play by the player from Nigeria. There was only one player who was not from Egypt who went all the way to the semi-finals in the group stages, rather in the final of the Africa Cup, and that was last Wednesday, and the player was from Nigeria, and that player is Edem Ofyong. She is the only non-Egyptian to reach the semi-finals. The other three people who reached the semi-finals were Egyptians. That is Mariam Meshref and Hannah Goda, and she was defeated in the semi-finals. And now we are having Fatimo playing the Mauritius in the group stages. Second set, Bello with the service. Tries to move Jalim. Jalim is, we've seen how quite fit she is on the movement. Gives a very deep chop, her backhand, rather half of hand. You know, when you're playing a player who is of a different hand than yours. Plays that forehand with the placement onto the Nigerians' forehand, sponsored by the Nexus. Chops it into the net, giving away 2 points. Already the Nigerians secured the very first set. Spins the ball, tries to make it into the middle of the table. However, she spins it right off the table. A 2-point difference between the players. Service by the Mauritian player Jalim. Whoa. Very nice play by the Mauritian player. She plays and flicks the ball from under the table. Touches it first time, second time, secures 1 point to reduce the difference between them. Remember, she already lost the first set. I know she is very capable of winning the game. Touches the edge, very lucky shot. The umpire declares a point is for the Nigerian Bello. That forehand flick with a short ball secures another point. We have seen a lot of brilliance in the plays of the Mauritius player. Saw the movement of Jalim and just had to put the ball where she's not. Got a little bit of an advantage to that. Mauritius. Jalim with the service. It was quite a deceptive service by the player. However, it seemed to have no effect on Bello Fatimo of Team Nigeria. Trying to secure the very first set, the Mauritius player Jalim at the edge here. She serves the second service. A little bit of luck for the ball to reach the other side. The reserve. Very painful as it touches the top of the net, and she sends another point. And the set as well to the Nigerian Bello Fatima. Bello Fatima goes on to the coach to get a little bit of advice. We've gone into a time of a water break between the players. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated. This entertainment has been brought to you by the ITTF in collaboration with the RTTF, which is the Rwanda Table Tennis Federation, all together with the International Table Tennis Federation, to host these games here in the heart of Kigali, rather the heart of Rwanda, Kigali, at the BK Arena. Secures a very fast point as she has made a very famous service by the French player. Sits on all the way number 6. Bello with the service. Very nice spin by the Nigerian Bello Fatimo. At a point it looked more like a training drill, and she secures 2 points ahead. Wow, wow, wow. Very nice play by both players. Every time the ball has been in the fast motion between these two players, we've seen Jalim taking on those points. Tries to lob that ball into the air to prevent it from going out of the table, and indeed it goes out. Bello with the service, chops it right into the net. Nice and simple. Bello with the deceptive services. Tries to really deceive her after making that service. Started off with a nice pendulum service by Jalim. gives away another point. Best of 5, group stages, qualification event. Woo! It looked a very good spin by the Mauritius player Jalim. Spins it off the table, giving another point to Bello Fatimo. The umpire declares the point is for the Nigerian player. (9-4). Anytime soon, the Nigerian will still have first win of the game for the qualifiers for the Olympics that will be held in Paris. Very and she serves side spin with some chop in it, and she has been able to take on the game by 3-0. I think she will be looking forward to being the top of her group stages. Good morning once again here on table number 2 at the BK Arena. To you speaking is Isaac Okelo, and all the way from Uganda. And we are having two players to show us their table tennis talent. One is a player from Ghana, the other one is from Algeria. Ghana player showed extreme talent in the Africa Games that were hosted recently in their country. However, she is playing one of our very best here in Africa, Lograi Bilinda, who has won her very first game, and she is going on to the next game. And this is her second game. She has sealed the very first win in the game she had before. Now she needs this win as well. However, let's see if she will win. The player from this side, all the way from Ghana, bringing her table tennis skills here in Rwanda, is called Kwabi Cynthia, that you're witnessing there in black. Into a time of a warm-up session, the players use normal rubbers, shake hand holding style for the rackets, and they are quite experienced as well in the game. Just before the game starts officially, an umpire calls that this match should begin. A little bit of removing the sweat off the hands from the small warm-up, and we have Kwabi Cynthia with the service, the very first service of her game against the Algerian. Quite a deceptive service by the Ghanaian. Gives in a little bit of a tomahawk into her forehand, securing the second point. Nice play by the Ghanaian. Very nice side top spin by the Ghanaian. However, it didn't seem to have any effect on the Algerian. Took it right into the table. Every time she's made the top spin, it is a little bit of more spin, however slow. Seems to have no effect on the Algerian. Chops it right into the net, securing now the first advantage of the Algerian. Tries to hit it right again in the same spot. Did it before, it worked. However, this time round she sends it right off the table. And it is Lograi Bilinda with the service. Nice play and placement as well from her backhand down the line parallel to secure another point. Puts in a little bit of a side spin. Very nice play by the Ghanaian player Kwabi Cynthia. They made a lot of highlights in the Africa Games hosted in Ghana. Bring it on, however powerful it may be. Cynthia find it not hard to return them. It's exactly what she has just displayed right here on the table. Cynthia with the service.
Well, it's time in, and yes, it is table 2. And the commentary, it's me, Karamagi Steven, all the way from Uganda. Yes, Ghana up against that is Algeria, excuse me, and yes, it is Kwabi Cynthia of Ghana up against Algeria's Linda, and Linda with a score on a set score on her scoreboard. On the other hand, Kwabi Cynthia of Ghana looking at putting a set on her scoreboard. 1 point apiece. It is the second set. ITTF-Africa 2024 Paris qualifiers. Kigali, Rwanda. Kwabi serving. Oh. We got the beautiful backhand starter here, sends it right back to her backhand, and yes, it catches her quite in that position that does not allow her to return the ball. Backhand service here engaged. And yes, followed by heavy forehand. Algeria's Linda tries to smash it, but the amount of spin could not let her smash that ball right on the table. Kwabi here with a 4 points lead against Linda of Algeria, and yes, she looks at the coach. The coach says, take it easy. You don't need to smash it so fast. Just return the ball on the table. Beautiful backhand service here, quite loaded with spin. Kwabi setting the mood, thinking that it is heavy backspin again. A beautiful forehand there with the side spin. She tries to actually block it diagonally, but the amount of side spin that was in the ball could not let her calculate well the height of the table. And yes, we see Kwabi that is a 4 points lead up against Linda of Algeria. Yes, Linda here trying to close in the gap. And yes, she does it. She levels up the score to 8 all. Linda up against Kwabi, Ghana, Kwabi, Algeria. Oh, the beautiful queens here throwing the balls right and left. Checking out the agility and the footwork. And yes, 9 Kwabi. The grip of that forehand rubber. You actually don't hear any sound from that rubber. Quite an impressive top spin from Kwabi of Ghana. And yes, she proceeds to the game point. 10-8. Kwabi Ghana. Algeria Linda. Oh, that was a beautiful starter there. Backhand starter. And yes, she just volleys the ball back to Kwabi. Right in the center of the table. She slams it on the net. Oh, that was a beautiful backhand service from Kwabi of Ghana. And yes, she wins the second set. And yes, we are having one set on each other's scoreboard. Kwabi of Ghana. Kwabi, Cynthia Ghana up against Linda, Algeria. One set apiece. Yes, there we are. It is the third set of the best of 5. Kwabi with the service. Linda receiving. Let. Yes, umpire says don't lower the ball below the table. It has to be visible all the time to the opponent. First warning here. Oh God, oh God, oh God. That was a beautiful winner there by Linda. Yes, she puts the first ball, first set on her scoreboard, first point, excuse me. Net click here, quite a painful point to the opponent. However, it is a celebration to the person who has hit the net. The counter spins here, the backhand, the agility test, as well as the footwork is all being put at a test here. Algeria Linda, Kwabi Cynthia Ghana. She was actually quite patient with that one, but unfortunately the amount of backspin that was in the ball wasn't in proper correlation with the amount of topspin she put on that one. There we have it, closing in the gap. 1 point difference now. Serving Kwabi 2, receiving 3. Linda. The defense here by Algeria's Linda. Yes, eyes on each and every ball. Beautiful placement by Linda. Yes, she makes Kwabi travel the whole entire table. She's actually checking out her footwork here. Lord, quite a spinning forehand from Linda. Right, diagonal. Excuse me, it was actually parallel push. Come on, is what is coming from her mouth as she is trying to run away from Kwabi Cynthia. Well read. Well returned. Kwabi reducing the gap from 3 points difference to a 2 point difference. 5 serving Kwabi, receiving 7 Linda. Ghana, Algeria. Oh God. Linda trying to send Kwabi all the way behind. Try to cover up the whole table. Oh, she saves a netball. Beautiful athleticism here by Linda. Ball grips the net, falls near the net, and she travels all the way to save it. That patience with that forehand. Linda in the right position and slams it back to her table. That is the only risk about sending a heavy speeding and high ball. Especially when it comes to this high level of performance where we're seeing people fighting for a sport in Paris 2024. It's quite risky to send such kind of balls. And yes, if you've just joined us, we are coming to you live from BK Arena, right in the heart of Rwanda, Kigali, the cleanest city in Africa. And yes, it is the land of milk and honey, the land of 1,000 hills, a beautiful view at night. Does not let you sleep. And we are here from today 16th all the way to the 18th of May. You are not late. I repeat, you are not late. You can still come through, catch up with this action by probably taking the next flight. Entrance is absolutely free. Paris 2024 Olympic qualifiers. Wabi, Cynthia, Linda, Algeria. Linda with 2 sets on her scoreboard. Wabi with 1. Linda serving. Oh, she tries that spinning forehand. It's actually a silent spinning forehand. You don't hear anything from her racket. Ooh. Travels, turns our backhand and Kwabi with an edge click. Outside spinning forehand. It's the 4th time she's actually pressing it to Linda's forehand, and yes, she's getting punished for that. And I believe it is at that moment the coach has to call her and tell her to try to place it somewhere else, I believe. Yes, like I said it earlier, it looks as if she was hearing me. I only said right time she changes that forehand from the forehand to Linda's backhand, and just she does it and she gets a winner. I'm not really a commentator, I'm also a player and a coach. So I believe puts me in that position of knowing what to do and when to do it. Wabi Cynthia with the service, 3 points apiece. Linda, excuse me. Ooh, quite much speed in that backhand service right in the middle of the table. Net service, calling for a reserve. Doesn't matter how many times you serve on the net. Kwabi with that forehand, and yes, it is quite spinning. We've actually seen most of the athletes from West Africa, especially Nigeria, Ghana, and as well as Ivory Coast with quite a powerful forehand. Best example is Quadri Haruna, and as well as we've seen Uba Chizito, Olajide Omotayo, and many more. Oh, that reflex level here by Kwabi. Beautiful performance. Ooh, there we have it, 6. Yes. See that look on her face. Definitely shows how much she is disappointed in that placement. Yes, 7 points apiece. Like I was saying, those are forehand from Western Africa, quite heavy, spinny, and sometimes they are too fast. Speed train, speed. Ole. She knows what she wants to do, and yes, she gifts her loaded backhand job. Service power here by Linda. Oh, that was quite a smooth start. Linda looked as if she had actually not seen that one, but yes, she takes her sweet time with the backhand and she volleys it back to level up the score to 9-all. That forehand that I was talking about, but unfortunately to Wabi, Algeria's Linda throws it back to the edge, parallel to the table. This is a ladies' game, chop until you're sure. Come on is what we're hearing from Kwabi Cynthia. And yes, it is deuce. Algeria's Linda here engages a backhand service. Oh. Oh, safe play from Linda and Kwabi, excuse me, and yes, Algeria's that is Linda takes her sweet time. She moves from attacking, and she actually waits for Kwabi Cynthia to attack each and every ball. And yes, she used that to her advantage for Kwabi to move far away from the table, and yes, Linda was right there waiting for her to attack and then place her very well, and that is how she managed to walk away with a 3-1 victory against Kwabi of Ghana. Well, if you just tuned in, It is the ITTF Africa 2024 Paris Olympic qualifiers, and we're here from the 16th to the 18th May of 2024. Rwanda Kigali. You are not late, like I said. Remember, the beautiful image on your screens is being casted by Pace Media. You can go on the internet and check out www.pace.rwanda for more information. And yes, this action is brought to you by, that is Rwanda Table Tennis Association, Ministry of Sports Rwanda, as ITTF Africa, by Hilltop Hotel, Delight Hotel, together with Liquid Telecom, Salvo Grimo, Equity Bank, Butterfly, and many more. Catch you up in a bit. Table 2.
versus Milhani. Wasim to serve. Love it.
A game between two players from Tunisia and Algeria. And this side we have from Tunisia, Isid Wasim. Takes on the very first two points of the game. Milhani with the service. A very powerful side step and the top spin on his forehand by Milhani Jalal. Tries to attack it there and then into the service and spins into the net. Isid Wasim made his way all the way to the semi-finals and he was taken off by Quadri Arena. Showed a very good play. Quadri took him on by 4-0 and now he's having this game against the Algerian Milhani. Tries to place that ball down the line on his backhand. Just gives him another point. The difference between the players is 3. A very nice backhand top spin by Milhani. A lot of spin, a lot of action. The level of creativity that Isid Wasim displays is quite immense. Umpire calls for reserve. Simple placement by Milhani. The level of aggression shown on the table 2 is a lot. Fire on fire. And I think Wasim is simply adding the fuel to the fire. A lot of action here. Table number 2. Wasim with the service. The second ball all the way from the table of Ariko Toraf.
7-5.
It is Rakoto Arimanana and Sinyonga Jonathan into the game. Almost touched the table. The Algerian captain, whether the Algerian coach celebrates him as he has made a very good comeback. Tunisian Wasim with the service. Secures a very point and seals the difference by 2 anymore. 3 points by the Tunisian player and he takes on the very first set. One of the biggest games we are watching so far. Backhand to backhand, whoever plays it faster wins the point. And Milhani seals it. The comeback is real and it is leveled up 8-8. Tries to check him out from all points of the table, backhand, forehand, even the middle of the table. Steals a point. Very tough game between the opponents.
9-8.
And Wasim with the service. Wasim has already taken on the very first game that he had, and this is his second. He looks forward to taking it. However, Melhani with a very ferocious fighting spirit. Melhani with a service gives it a lot of deceptive spin on that ball. A little bit of spin altogether combined with luck. The ball touches the edge of the table, and that luck has to secure him the very first set of the game. A very tough game between him and the Algerian. Darren receives a bottle to take a little bit of a sip between the game of the second leg of action. Remember, our sim took game all the way to the semi-finals. However, he was defeated by Quadri Aruna, and Melhane went all the way to the yes, that was a quarter-finals, and that was in the Africa Cup that ended recently on Wednesday. And the games of the quarter-finals ended on the Tuesday. According to the Rwandan time, we are in the heart of Rwanda in Kigali. The arena where the games are being held is called Arena of BK, that is BK generated from the Bank of Kigali, and the people bringing you this entertainment called the Pace Production. A big shout out to them. And now we are in a very short 1 minute water break, and anytime soon we are going into second set between the Algerian and the Tunisian. For those that have just joined into the live in blue, you have the Algerian Milhani, and in green we have Wasim.
Come on.
Backhand miss on his backhand. Skewers 2 points all the way, giving him the advantage. Celebrates further on as he goes into another victory of a point. Well, a little bit of a flick into the backhand. Flicks it over the table, giving the very first point of the second set against the young player from Tunisia.
3-2.
A very good comeback for Wasim, the Tunisian, and he is taking on the very best, one of the very best from Algeria. Algeria has also displayed a lot of quality as they had one of their players reaching the semi-finals in the Africa Cup. Tries to place it down the line. Misses by a simple half an inch. Oh my God, that is very wonderful. Tries to chop that ball from straight under the table. Failed to reach the side. This is quite unbelievable. He took on the very first 3 points, and from 3-0 to now 6-3, the Tunisian. Oh. If I don't say this is the point of the game, I would be telling lies. This is a lot of action. That is the sound of table tennis. from 3-0 to 7-3.
8-3.
Another upcoming set for the Tunisian young player. The first time we are seeing him miss a ball, his forehand shows himself what to do. He knows what to do. He has won very many games. Oh, the placement, however, a little bit of luck as well. Touched the edge of the net. The level at which the players mix the creativity with the intensity and the power at the same time is insane. The movement as well on the table, side to side. Wasemwele service. Yeah. What a way to finish it up by the young player from Tunisia to seal the second set. He already had the first game according to the group stages. Now he's having this, and so far it's going quite well for him. And he just needs one more set. This is the best of 5 group stages Africa Cup, rather the qualification event for the Olympics that will happen in Paris. Gone into a session of a water break. Tunisian coach giving Wasim the advice. There are quite very few players left in the tournament that can be able to take on any of these two players. The placement is real. Places it right into the net. Takes a very fast play. The level of aggression by the Tunisian young player is immense. Nice play by Milhani. Very nice, brilliance, forehands, backhands. A lot of good work from both players. Milhani tries to place the ball where he's not. Secures another beautiful point. I had mentioned earlier the point of the game. Well, it has just been replaced by this. Oh, the pressure is getting worse, and Wasim with the service. Milhane with that fighting spirit, because if he loses this set, he has lost the entire game to the Tunisian. Tries to bless it with a chop. The coach advises him to attack straight away, not chop. Milhane with the service. The aggression increasing point by point by the Tunisian. It's not just about energy, but the accuracy as well. 2 point difference. Tries to spin it again. I think it was coming this side onto the edge, onto his forehand. However, he misses it while it's still up in the air. And Wasim with his service. Same mistake 2 times consecutively by Wasim. Umpire raises the score for the crowd at large watching this immense game. 3rd time in a row. Tries to strike it and strikes it right into the net. Amazing by Wasim. The level of aggression. He simply places it parallel down the line. To be honest, Milhani thought he really had it there. Milhani with that fighting spirit again, trying to secure that. Very nice play by the Algerian. The coach simply looks on as he's giving him a little bit of the placement by Wasim is very intentional, getting him all those points. 2 sets so far, trying to make a catch up. Celebrates as he takes on the very first set for himself, the very first set that he has secured today, trying to make a comeback. He already has a loss of 2 sets so far by the Algerian. A very good and amazing game to watch here in the arena. The game is between 2 players, one from Algeria, the other from Tunisia. The Tunisian is one of the youngest boys that we have playing in the singles for men. And in the Africa Cup, he was one of the youngest as well. However, he took on all the men and was able to go all the way to the semi-finals. Now, he was, however, defeated by the giant of Africa, and that is none other than Quadri Aruna, and he took on the gold. It is going to be an immense 4th set. A lot of action has been displayed. Very amazing skill by all these players. Let's return watch.
Ilhani to serve. Love it.
I was quite surprised at the level at which that spin came from under the table by Wasim, but the way he won the point, spectacular. A net service or reserve is required. A little bit of a tomahawk service from there, a short service as well. Very nice idea by the Algerian. Hey, cheers himself on as he has taken the very first 3 points. I hope history doesn't repeat itself, because that is exactly what happened in the 2nd set. And you see, the 2nd set started with a 3-0 win by the Algerian, and it went all the way to 7-3.
3-2.
The pressure increasing, the mistakes. For 2 2 points difference between the two awesome players. Cheers himself on as he's ready to take on the service. Wasim.
3-4.
Wasim serves again. The comeback is real and it is 4-4. The agility on their feet, spectacular. Sometimes I run a little bit speechless, to be honest. This is a very good play by both players. The level at which they are able to concentrate to place that ball down the line with the forehands. A lot of spin is being shown on that table. Should check it for a hit, cause nice play by the Algerian to level it up. 5-5. Fourth set. African.
6-5.
Well, he knows how important that point is because he needs now just 5 more points to seal the win. He already has the advantage of the set. A little bit of slow and spinning to seal it for him. Another crucial point as he levels it up. Very deceptive. Very good, very impressive. Tunisian chops it right into the net. Yeah, he cheers himself on as he has taken over 2-point advantage over that Tunisian. Very impressive. This should have been the finals or semi or something. A lot of quality being displayed. Levels it up as well. It is quite crucial and important for the coach to call for a timeout at this time because any 3 points going against your opponent, the Algerian team coach calls for a timeout to be able to give him a little bit of advice. Probably he has seen the opponent's weakness and very immense game. To be honest, to receive this kind of action at the earlier stages of the game is I'm impressed. And we dive right into the fourth set. However, Tunisian player already has the advantage of one whole set to him as he has 2 sets. And a comeback is exactly what Julaoli Milhani is trying to do. Milhani with the service secures one of those first 2 crucial points. Milhani serves. Oh, the placement, the agility, the movement. Very good play by the Georgian. Jalali Milhani seems to have got the best advice indeed. That was a very crucial and effective timeout called by the coach. Very proud of his coach for having given him whatever advice he gave. Deceptive and appealing as well for us, the viewers. And he seals it. The comeback has been complete. It is 2-2 between the players. What an immense and wonderful play by them, the Algerian. That is why you need a coach with you on the side. And very immense and impactful as well. A lot of crowd cheering. These people owners, they are having a very crucial game. Timeout. What a break into the game.
Wasim to serve. Love it.
And the very last game, Wasim with the service. Very nice and deceptive. Good forehands by the players.
Love two.
Milhani serves.
Love three.
A lot of emotion being displayed as he has lost a very crucial point. This time round, Wasim seems to have taken the very first 3 sets, rather the first 3 points. It is 0. Milhani serves again. Tries to place the ball down the line.
Come on. Six. Love. Love six.
With the fact that it is 5-0 on the
Love six.
very last set. Scoreline has been updated to 6. Tries to sidestep and put the ball. It is going to be immense if he makes a comeback. Even after trying to be quite careful. 2 more points for Wasim to win the game. His second win of the day. Oh, what a nice first point to get for yourself. However, if he makes a comeback and wins this game, Just 2 more points for Wasim, and he will be able to win and lead the group stages. He makes it onto the tries a deceptive
10.
service, and he serves straight into the net. One for you and one for me. A lot of brilliance being displayed by Wasim.
10-3.
And just like that, Wasim seals the game to make the second win of today. I think he will be able to lead the group stages and straight onto the round of 16 between him and whichever player he will meet in the round of 16 category. This has been Isaac Okelo with you, commentary from Uganda, but here in the heart of Rwanda, Kigali. Thank you for watching. Don't forget we have more games coming in the afternoon session. Don't forget to subscribe. See you then.